David. Well, I want everyone at home, including our guests out here on the weather patio, close your eyes and think of any science fair that you ever went to, either when you're in school or outside of school. Now open up your eyes and think 10 times bigger, because that's exactly what's going to be happening this Saturday at the Ignition Maker Fest. And here to tell us all about it, we got organizers, we got Jerry, we got Jeff from the robotics as well, and of course some of the students. So we're going to dive into all of this fun. But first, talk a little bit about the spark that really ignited the Ignition Maker Fest.
That's a perfect way to describe it. It's a giant science fair and creative marketplace. You know, it really comes down to Lansing has this rich history of manufacturing. And Jeff and I kind of came up with an idea. How do we showcase that? You know, and we're excited to invite makers and bakers and artists and crafters and things like that for Ignition Maker Fest. We've got a lot of people coming. So first there's a creative marketplace, you know, where we have vendors bringing out their wares. Like for example, we have this just amazing vendor, Jezebel Michelle Creations. She offers these little mini robots that we have standing behind you, know, like a little steampunk version of each has their own personality. We've got Lansing Makers Network coming with all their things. And we're just, you know, with the help of Impression 5 Science Center and Ari Olds Museum, you know, we're thrilled that we have the opportunity and, you know, guests like our sponsors to help support us, like Haptic Studio and Michigan Creative Foundation, Tech Hub Foundation, and yeah, we're going to try to do something really special and fun for everyone.
As you should, and you mentioned that this is the perfect place to do it. It's all happening this Saturday at Impression 5 and Ari Olds, which is kind of like that heart of downtown. Yes. And you did mention one of the vendors that will be here. You can take a look that there's some of them right on here, but how creative. And it's really cool too that people that can come on down, they might see like their neighbor. You didn't know your neighbor could make this or did this, which just kind of breaks down the conversation of that we're kind of all makers at heart, don't you think?
I think so, yeah. And what a cool way to have a big show and tell. Where are you going to show that off? And this is a good way if you're an inventor, if you're an innovator, something like that. If you're just starting out, this is a nice way to have a family-friendly option, you know, to have a stage to see what you've made, you know, right here in mid-Michigan. And of course, you know, with the robotics, that's another big thing that we're excited to really kind of, you know, promote.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we have a robot right here, and we have the robotics team joining us right now. So I'm going to have you kind of step up and kind of talk a little bit about, first of all, how excited are you to be a part of the Maker Fest?
We're so excited for the Makers Fest, and the other piece that we're excited for is this is kind of the first event for the Capital Area Robotics Coalition, which is over 12 robotics teams in our Tri-County area that are coming together, and all of their robots will be there. So the one behind you here is Waverly, and we've got some Waverly students with us, and that represents just one robot out of the 11 that you'll see there.
Wow, and you guys will be able to do demonstrations. Talk a little bit about how much work goes into a robot like this.
Yeah, so quite a bit of work. So we do this for about a month, and then after a month we do competing in competitions, which one of our competitions were Battle Creek, and another one is Mason. But those are the two main events that we went to. Sadly, we didn't make it to states. Hopefully next year you'll see us in states.
And that's what's really cool about celebrating makers and inventors. It's that trial and error. It's coming back again and again, and that's exactly what teams like you all do, especially when it comes to creating something as big as a robot. So for those at home that want to come out this Saturday, why should they do it?
To see all of the amazing things that Lansing has to offer, and even to highlight one more little piece is Braden here is on the robotics team, but he also will be a vendor there with his business, and he's a sophomore in high school.
Congratulations on that, absolutely. And that goes to show you how special Mid-Michigan and the students and the people are that constantly make and create and evolve the wonderful area that we're in. So definitely check it all out. We have the information on your screen. Plus, if you go onto the website, that's where you're going to be able to see a lot of the vendors and exactly where you can go. But yeah, Impression 5, Ari Olds Museum, all happening this Saturday, starting at 11 o'clock.
That's right.
Be there or be square, as they say. But congratulations. And keep up the amazing work and really continue to produce great things in our area. But coming up after the break, we have a